This segment of CoastLife is sponsored by the Parker Group.
Well, CoastLife, maybe you've been thinking it's time for a career change, and maybe the world of real estate is something that you've been wanting to dip your toe into, but you're a little nervous. You're like, I don't know if I have the skills. The sales world is scary to me. Well, don't worry. Take a breath. We've got Rachel Parker from the Parker Group joining us here on the CoastLife couch. And Rachel, I think the environment that you guys have crafted at the Parker Group really is unique when it comes to, building the sort of dream agent. So for folks who are maybe a little on the fence, they don't know if they have the right skill set, break it down for us why, that sales, what people think of when it comes to sales isn't necessarily the be all end all.
Yeah, it's such a great way you just phrased it. It's when you think of sales, you often think of like the typical used car salesman, and that it's a high pressure environment, that you need to be someone that has a really salesy, persuasive personality. But really, when you think about it, no one's going to be convinced to buy a house. Life determines when it's the right time to buy a house. And we always tell salespeople that really in the real estate industry, you're more of an advisor.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, this is the most important purchase that most people are going to make. And what they need is not someone to convince them to make the purchase. They need someone that's going to walk through every single step of the process and hold their hand and make them feel really taken care of and comfortable.
Yeah, and I mean, really, in a way, you're kind of making people's dreams come true. You're guiding them to, what might be their dream home, their dream starter home, the right home for them.
Yes.
And that's what you are acting more as a guide or an advisor as opposed to a salesperson per se. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, that is what you're doing.
Right.
But if somebody, doesn't have any experience, they're feeling like, if I take that leap, am I going to be overwhelmed? I know at the Parker Group, you guys educate
Yes.
your agents.
Absolutely. And I think something that might be shocking to most people is when you come out of the real estate course, it's really simple to get your real estate license. You can do it online. It takes about 3 months, self-paced.
Like almost scary simple.
Yeah, it's
you're like, now I'm supposed to sell a house.
But then you get through it, you get your license, and you're like, wait, no one told me really much of anything about how to sell a house, just what the laws were, which is important, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But that's really where we view our role, stepping in. And so from day one, and we even invite people, hey, if you're just thinking about real estate and you want to understand what a day in the life is like, come into our office, come to a sales meeting, sit down with our sales director, and just really get a feel for what a real estate career is going to feel like day to day, because it's so different. And so what we try to do is, once you've gotten all of the legalities out of the way, you understand what the laws are and what the contract looks like, we step in with, what do you do when you show someone a property, Because the last thing you want is your first client to be standing there and you're trying to open the lockbox and you have no idea how to get the key out,
No.
There are just these little things like that we want our agents to feel really confident so that they can focus on being that advisor for their client and not get tripped up on the logistics of selling a house.
Yeah, I also know that you guys, it's not sort of there's a one course, there's the course to get your real estate license, and then you guys have, several opportunities of growth and education throughout someone's process of being a real estate agent. Really, the learning never stops.
Absolutely, and that's something we really do pride ourselves on. So, for anyone getting into real estate, each brokerage has a very different feel. There are brokerages where they say, hey, hang your license here, we'll give you a decent split, but don't bother us. And that's really not our vibe at the Parker Group. We want to train agents that are confident and that are excellent at what they do. And so every single week we're hosting a training in our office on Tuesdays. Yep, and so again, like I said, agents, even prospective agents, are welcome to join us for that, just to get a flavor of what we do. But we also just have a very hands-on team with a broker that's in the office every day, a sales director who's in the office every day, lots of opportunities for one-on-ones, and we just get together a lot and do fun things to give back to the community and get to know each other better.
That is one thing I've noticed every time that we've kind of been to any one of your offices throughout the area, is that everybody always seems like they're having a really good time and that everybody's really good friends, and that it's a really warm, welcoming environment, and you feel kind of included just when you're stepping in as a visitor. So I can only imagine it's very fun to truly be a part of that family.
Well, that's great to hear. Yes, that is really the goal. And we really do operate kind of like a family, and it's something that we all enjoy coming to the office because we like the people that we work with.
Imagine that. So if folks are hearing this and they're, that they're ready to take that leap or maybe take some of those first baby steps, or they do want to join you guys for one of those meetings, what can they do to get a hold of you and kind of start the process of maybe joining the Parker Group?
Absolutely, yeah. They can reach out at any time. Probably email is one good way, which is just hello@theparkergroup.com. They can also call our office. It's 302-217-6692. Stop by our office in Georgetown or find us on Facebook or Instagram. So we should be easy to find. And even if it's just a question, we'd be happy to help.
There you go. So lots of ways to maybe become a member of the Parker Group family. And I think it sounds like a really great opportunity for a lot of people.
Thank you. It's a great time to be getting into real estate. Yeah.
There you go. Well, Rachel, thank you as always for coming in today, and always for what you guys with the Parker Group do, not just for your clients, but for the community.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course. We do have some more Coast Life to get to. More fun coming your way.